So I had a slight technical error with the first part of the video, so I'm just refilming the first bit for Age of Steam. I've done the teacher separately, and so this is literally just a sample auction and the beginning of the game, and then the rest of the video will follow on from the first actual build phase. Okay, so the turn order is randomized, and the way the bidding works is, first of all, we have to issue shares, and so in the game that you'll see in a second, the red and the purple issued 2 each, and the green and the yellow only issued 1 each. Okay, and then the bidding order, I unfortunately don't have any notes about what actually happened. The final bidding order was green paid 4 for first player, and then purple paid 4, green paid 2 because they bid 2 the first round and then passed. Yellow pays 1 because he bid 1 the first round and passed, and red passed as soon as he could. Okay, and so then the next thing is in turn order. In this new turn order, we then choose actions, and so then the purple player chooses the urbanization action, as you'll see in a second. The green player chooses the engineering action. The yellow player chooses to build first, and then the red player chooses to move first. And so my apologies for losing the footage, but I hope this makes sense for the cut. Anyway, back to normal broadcasting. Okay, so yellow's going first, and he will build 3 track, because that's what he's allowed to build, and he's going to build like this. Okay, so that's 3 track over normal terrain. So he owes $6. Okay, and he puts his marker down there to show that he's got that. Okay. And then we move on to, so now the yellow's gone because he had first build, but now it's purple. And so the purple took the urbanization, and he would like to urbanize Lexington, and he'd like to urbanize it to the H tile. Okay. And then purple will build 3 track. So he builds this way for 3 because that's on a river, and then 2 straights to Wheeling. Okay, so that's going to be 7 total, and he's then going to put down his purple track and pay his $7. So you can see he has joined up the new city to these 2. Okay, he's going to pay $7. And then we move on to green. So the green took engineer, and he would like to build 4 track if he may, if he could. And so he is going to build here. He's spotted that there's 2 blues here, and he can build within 4 spaces away from another blue city, so he can potentially deliver there. And now obviously 4 times 2 is going to be 8, so he's got he owes $8. Okay. So he pays 10 and takes 2 back. So now we've built our track. Oh no, sorry, red is still yet to go. So red took the first move, and so red would like to be able to use that ability, but I don't know if he has anything he can do that with. So he spotted a little bit of something he can do that's really going to mess his opponent up, and this is maybe a bit mean to do on the first turn, but so that's going to be $7 from the red player. But this is kind of a good example of what of showing you how brutal this game can be. Okay, so everyone's built, and then we move goods. Now, again, we would move goods in turn order, except red has taken first move. Now, he gets to do 2 things on his turn. He gets a choice of 3 things if he chooses to pass, which is maybe what he does in the second turn. But what he can do is take this blue, move it down to Evansville. Okay, and he takes 1, so that goes back in the bag. So he's delivered 1 cube, and he then increases his income by 1. Okay, very simple. We then follow the turn order, so then it will be purple, and purple would like to increase his engine level, because that's the other thing you can do in your turn. But you can only increase your engine level once per round with in the move good phase. But you can obviously do it if you took locomotive and then in your once per move good phase you moved it up, you would then move up by 2. So then he's done, and then it's the green player who's then going to take a cube from Des Moines to Minneapolis. Okay, and then the green player gets 1 cube there. And then it's going to be the yellow player. Now the yellow player is a bit stuck. He is actually going to have to pass because he's only got an engine level of 1 and he's got nowhere he can move. He could technically pick up this and deliver that, but that will give the green player money, not himself, so he's going to pass. He could increase his engine level. He's currently owing $4 and he's making 0, and he's got quite a bit of money. So what he will increase his engine level by 1. Okay, he couldn't do it twice, but he can do it once. Okay, it's a bit of a risk because he's going to be owing $5 at the end of this round, but because he's got enough money, he doesn't want to waste the round. Okay, so he's been blocked out, so that was quite cheeky. That was quite sneaky of the red player. So then it's back to the red player. Now the red player has no other moves to make, but what the red player will do is increase his engine level. Okay, because he's got the extra cash that he took at the beginning. So the red player is going to owe 6 and make $1. So he's going to owe 5 at the end of the round, which he can cover. Okay. We've then got the purple player's second turn, and he's now got an engine level of 2, so he's going to move this blue cube 1, 2, so that goes back in the bag, and purple does 2 jumps, okay, because he's travelled through 2 legs. Then the green player is going to take this last blue cube and deliver that one, so the green player also ends up on 2. And then finally the yellow player again has no move to do and is just going to have to pass. Okay, we then move on to collecting income and paying expenses, so we'll do it per player. So the green owes a total of 4 and has earned 2, so must pay 2 to the bank. The purple player owes 6 and earns 2, so pays 4 back to the bank. The red player owes 6 but earns 1, so must pay back $5. And the yellow player owes 5 and earns 0, and so must pay the bank $5. Okay. We then do income reduction. Now they're all very low, so they don't get reduced. And then we do goods growth. So this is where hopefully it won't rattle too much. So we've got a 1, a 2, and a 1, 2, 3, and a 6. And this is the white cities you roll first. So city number 1 gets a red. Number 2 gets a yellow. And number 3 gets a black. And then number 6 also gets a black. Okay. And then we roll for the black cities. So we've got 2 1s and 2 6s. So 2 1s. Going to be down here. 2 6s. It's going to be up here. Now the city that's currently out is an H, but I didn't roll a 4, so I don't put anything out for that. Okay. We then advance the turn marker, and we're on to the next round. And we now issue shares. So obviously we've got a lot less money now. So the purple guy is going to issue 1 share, so he gets $5. Red has got $8, so he's actually going to hold on. He's fine for the moment. And then yellow and green will both issue a share. Okay. And then we go on to the turn order. So the purple player is going to bid 1. And the green player will bid 2. The yellow player doesn't want to get iced out again, so he passes. And then the red player will we'll say 3. And at that point the purple player will pass and he pays 1 because that was his starting bid. The green player said 2. The green player said 2 and so passes and pays 2. And the red player said 3 and takes the lead, takes the turn order at that point. We then select actions. So the red player is going to choose to urbanize, and then the green player will choose to locomotive, and the purple player will choose to build first, and the yellow player will choose to move first so he doesn't get iced out again. Okay, and then we move to building track. So the purple player will go first because he picked build first, otherwise it would be the red player. And the purple player is going to spend $4 to place track this way. Now, I didn't really expressly say it in my video, my rules explanation video, but I probably should have. that you always have to start from a city, but you don't have to start from a city you're already connected to. So you could start from over here and build here, but there's an advantage to having a longer line, because then you can obviously then earn more revenue. So you are kind of encouraged to have one long line if you can manage it. So that's the two. I think I'm also going to build, and this is slightly risky, but build this here, and this is incomplete. So I put a token here to say it's incomplete, and then I pay 3 for that because it's on a river. Okay, so that's my 3. And then it's going to be the red player who gets to urbanize, and so the red player would like to urbanize some yellow here, and he's going to urbanize Springfield as a yellow city, and spend $3 to build 2 Springfield. And he's going to keep a little bit of money just in case he doesn't quite get what he was planning. So that was the red. Now the green player would like to build 3 track down here. And that's going to be for $6. Which is actually everything that the green player has. So he's kind of really turned the line here. So the purple player's gone, and then it's the yellow player who's kind of at a bit of a loss. So he is going to build. So he's got 8 money, so he's quite happy. And he's going to build here. So he's not actually, this is the slightly annoying thing for him, he's not actually got a single run for himself, which is slightly annoying, but he can work on that. Actually, I'm changing my mind a little bit. So what he will do is he will actually build through this town. So it'll increase his cost a little bit, but actually it'll help his revenue as well. Okay, because remember he took that second locomotive, and so this will really help him. So instead of the 4, he's actually going to build an extra tile, and it's going to cost him a total of 7. Okay, so that's almost all the money he's got, but it will help his revenue. And this is one of the interesting things about this game, is that actually the longer and more convoluted route up to 6 is actually going to earn you more money. And I've heard it argued that actually thematically that is a lot as often what the early railroads used to do, is to try and build in and take routes in a really convoluted way so they could then charge more. So there is a slight basis on truth to it. So we've built track, we then move goods, and so the yellow player is going to get to move goods first. He's got a train of 2, and so he's then going to go 1, 2. So he finally gets onto the income track. Okay. And then it's going to be the red player, and so the red player has got a locomotive of 2, and he's going to go 1, 2 there. And so then that's the red player. So the red player goes to income of 3, and then it's going to be the green player, and the green player has got a locomotive of 2, and would like to get this guy 1, 2 to Kansas City. Okay, so it's going to be there. And so that was the green player. So now it's the purple player who will. He would like to take this blue 1, 2. Okay. So he's going to earn 2 for that blue, and that's going to be the purple. Oh, I've moved the wrong marker there, but that's fine. They all end up on the same spot. Okay, and then we're back to yellow, who took the first move again, just to remind you. And he will increase his locomotive by 1. Okay. So he is kind of taking a risk here. He's got income of 2. He's going to be owing 7. That's a bad idea, actually. He may go out this round, actually, thinking about it, because he's going to owe 6, and he's going to be able to pay 1 and then go back 2 on his track. So he's going to go out, basically. And there's not really anything he can do about it. Actually, there's one thing he can do. So he's got a move of 2. He's going to take this red and go 1, 2 to St. Louis. And that increases him by 1 and the green by 1. So he doesn't know if that's going to help him. I have a feeling it probably is still too little too late, because he got blocked really quite aggressively by the red player. And so he's kind of been on the back foot from the beginning. So he might be going out this turn, but then you get to see how bankruptcy works. So that was the yellow player. Now we go back to the red player. The red player's got a nice little 2, 1, 2. So the red player then goes to 5. The purple player will go to, he's going to grab this grey and go 1, 2. And so that was the purple. So purple goes to 6. And then the green player hasn't actually got any other good moves himself at the moment. And so would like to then go up on the locomotive. Okay. We then come to the collecting income and paying expenses. So we'll start at the top. So the purple player earns 6 and owes 7, so he pays $1. So he's just broke. He's not quite breaking even, but he's getting there. And then the red player owes 6 and has made 5, so he's going to pay 1. So he's slightly better off than the purple player because he's actually got $1 left. And then the green player owes 7 and earns 5. He can't pay the 2, so he's going to go back 2 on the income track. Okay, so he's a little bit not so great. And then the yellow player owes 6 and has earned 3, so earns 3. So he owes 3. He can pay 1, so he owes 2 and goes back 1, 2 on the track. So he was very lucky. He just scraped by. Pardon me. Okay, so income reduction doesn't happen. We're going to do goods growth. We're going to roll the dice. Okay. So this is for the white cities. So we've got a 1, a 3, a 4, and a 6. Okay. And none of the other letters are out, so the only letters are actually all black over here. And then I'm going to roll for the black city. So I've got 2, 2 3s, and a 4. So 2 is going to be red. 2 3s is going to be a yellow and a red. And then the 4 will be a purple. And H will get a yellow. Okay, because that's in the 4 line. Okay, so that's the other way. And then we advance turn marker. So we're going to be playing until the 4 player spot here. So we're about nearly a third of the way through. And then we're going to issue shares. So they are all going to take 1 share. Okay, so that's purple, red. And the reason they're only taking 1 share is they're a little bit, especially the yellow player, he's a little bit concerned about increasing his costs. So he's just playing it safe. And there's a point where the purple player doesn't really want to take many more shares because he's going to hopefully be earning his money back soon. And you'll see how kind of that plays out. So then we've got the red player who's going to bid 1. The green player can't afford to bid 2, so will pass. Okay, so they've passed. Then the purple player, and the purple player will bid 2. And then the yellow player will pass, but he would pay how much he's bid, but because he's bid 0, he then passes. And so then the red player passes and pays 1, and the purple player goes first and pays 2. Okay. So the purple player gets to choose first, and he would like to increase his locomotive. So you can take the locomotive. And then the red player would like to build first, and then the yellow player the yellow player would like to would like to urbanize. Again, pardon me. And then the green player will take move first. Okay. And so then we go to, so we select actions and we build track, and the red players pick build first. And this is where playing 4 players is tricky, because I think I would have issued another share had I thought it through properly, because I'm just a little bit short on getting anywhere. No, actually, no, I just spotted something. So he's going to build 2 track here and here. Okay. And then so that's build first, and then there's going to be purple, who's only got $3, and that's all he can do, and he's going to finish off his track to Pittsburgh here, and that's a river, so it's $3. And then it's going to be yellow, because red's already gone, and yellow has got urbanize, so he would like to urbanize somewhere. So he's going to urbanize here, and he's going to urbanize with this guy, like that. and then but what he will do is he's going to do this. He's going to do this, and so he's going to replace this with that, and he's going to do this here. So it's not going to be completed track because he's short by $2. But he's going to do that there, and then he's just, so this, the way you indicate this is you place that slightly off the crossing so you can see which track, and then that's going to be slightly off. But actually this should be here, so it's his he's reserved that. And then it's going to be the green player, and the green player is just going to finish off his run up here. There and there. Okay, that's just going to be $4. And then we move on to moving goods, and so the green player gets to move first, and he's got a locomotive of 3, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then that was the green player. I just moved to the wrong player. Sorry, that's going to be there. And then it's going to be the purple player who will move 1, 2, 3. Just going to move this to here. So we'll move to 9 now. And then it's going to be the red player who will move this 1, 2. So moves 2, and then it's the yellow player who will so he's going to keep it simple, move this red over for 1, and then it's going to be the green player next. The green player will he feels safe doing this. He's going to be 1, 2, 3. So he's going to give himself 2, and the yellow player 1. And the reason he feels safe doing that is because he can see how far the yellow player is behind everyone else. And then it's going to be the purple player. The purple player will run 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3. And then it's the red player. And the red player is kind of running out of things to do. So I think he's just going to only be able to do this. 1 there. Okay, so and then the yellow player can move this 1, 2. So he goes up by 1, and then the green player goes up by 1. Okay, because he's unfortunately had to help the green player out a little bit. Okay, so that was the move goods phase, and then we go and collect income. So the purple player is now in the yellow zone, but he still gets $12. He then pays 9, so he makes $3. Okay. Then the green player is on 9. He owes 8, so he makes $1. The red player is on 8, owes 7, so makes $1. And the yellow player owes 7 and makes 4. So after he's taken his 4 off, he still owes 3. He's got no money, so he then goes back 3 steps on the income. So you can see how losing your income is brutal in this game, because then you end up taking more and more shares and driving yourself further and further into debt. Okay, so we then income reduction. So this is the first time this is going to happen. The purple player will go down 2 on the income track. We then do goods growth. Okay. And we've got 2 3s and 2 5s. So the 3, there's only 1 remaining, so that's going to be there. There's no A tile out. And then 5, and I get 2 5s with 2 purples over here on Minneapolis. And there's no C tile out, so that doesn't change that. And we roll. And for the black cities, we get 1, 2 5s, and a 6. So the 1 will come out. That's going to go down here. And there's no. Oh, the E tile is out, so E will get a blue. And then a 5 will. So 2 5s will come here, and that will come onto Pittsburgh. And then the 6 will come onto Toronto. See, Toronto's got quite a few that are just sitting here waiting to be kind of picked up. Okay, and then we move advance the turn marker, and we're now like halfway through. Fantastic. So we've advanced the turn marker, we then issue shares, and so they're all players are fairly broke. So I think the yellow player, he's going to take, I think everyone's just going to take 1 share now. There is a point in the game where actually you don't want to be taking any shares at all, because all you're doing is you're losing 3 points per share you take, plus obviously you're reducing the amount of money you get to keep at the end of every round. And so there's definitely a tipping point. So the purple and the red player are probably there, actually in the green player, they're probably at that point, but just this last share gives them that little extra cash to kind of push them over the edge, and hopefully that's what we'll see in the next in this next round. Okay, so now we go on to the purple player, who will bid for turn order, and he's going to say 1, and then the red player will say 2, and the yellow player is going to pass because he's got no more money. He doesn't want to spend any more money on that. The green player would like to say 3, and the purple player will say 4, and so red will pass and pay $1. So green will pass, and he said $3, so he then pays $2 because it's rounded up, and then purple said $4, so let's take him first player. Okay, so you can see how kind of aggressive some of this bidding can be. I hope I'm not giving it a poor go. And so then the purple player gets to choose his action. And he is going to choose, purple is going to choose locomotive. Okay. And then the green player will choose to urbanize. The red player, he will take first move, and then the yellow player would like to first, so he's going to take first build. Okay, we then move on to the building, so then obviously yellow is going to take first build, and the reason he took first build is so he could guarantee that he's not going to get blocked out of here for $2, and then for $3 he's going to replace this with a with a crossing, with a complex crossing. So it's going to be that there, like that. Okay. So it's going to do that. So it's going to be his $5 there. Okay. And so the purple is going to slowly start making its way up to Toronto. Yeah, just by laying a single tile here and paying $4 for the mountain. Okay. Oh, actually, no. He's gonna go round, and there's a reason why. Because for every point of track, so you get 1 point for every track, and if it's equal, you can go the same way. Then why not? He's going to get an extra point. Okay, and then it's going to be the green player who would like to build here. So he's going to pay $5 and build 1, 2. So it's 2 for the normal and 3 for the river. And that was green. Who's played? And then finally is going to be the red player who will, and this is where obviously knowing what the other players are choosing helps, because I think at this point I should have realised I should have taken first build, so I could have built here and got access to this side, but that's pretty tricky now for the red player. So because for $6 he's going to connect Detroit and Toronto for $6. Okay. Okay, so that's going to be for $6. And what he's basically doing is he's trying to sneak in there and steal some cubes before the purple player starts really raking it in. So then we've got move goods, and so he's going to try and move goods over here first, because it's going to be what gets him most money. So he's going to move this blue 1, 2. It's going to be the red because he's got first move. Okay. So then purple. Purple can move a red 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And actually red could have stopped that happening, and that would have been fairly impactful, but I didn't see it. And then the green player has got 1, 2, 3. And then the red player's gone, and then it's going to be the yellow player who has got, he's got a couple of 5 runs, but okay, so first of all he's going to do this. 1 there, right? He's going to take 1. So he doesn't no one else takes it from him. Okay. And then the purple player, sorry, not the purple player, then the red player hasn't really got anything he wants to do. He could help the yellow player, so he could get himself $1 or $2, but he hasn't got enough locomotive. So what he's going to do is take here, take the here and go to Detroit. So he's going to earn $1 for that. Okay. Actually, let's put that back, because the reason he's not going to do that is because if he gets $1 more, he puts himself into income reduction, which then reduces him to -2. So he's going to lose $1 overall. Whereas what he could do is spend that $1 on an engine level. Okay. And so that was the red player. Then it's going to be purple, and the purple could move his blue here 1, 2, 3, and so he goes up to 17. And then the green player is going to continue and get 3, 1, 2, 3 for his black, and then the red is already gone, so it's just the yellow to go. And he will take this and go 1, 2. Which gives him 1, and he gives the green player 1, which he's not very happy about, but he doesn't see much choice in the matter. Okay. And then we do collect income and pay expenses. So we'll again start from the top. So purple owes 11 and has earned 7, so makes $6 this round. Green owes 9 and has made 16, so he makes 7 this round. The red player makes $1 this round, and the yellow player owes 6, so he owes 8 and he's earned 3, so then he still owes 5 after, and he goes down by 5, which means he's then out of the game. So yellow's out of the game. We can take off all his trains. So these become track that can be used but earns no one any income. Okay. And we're out of the game. And so that is the way that the other way the game will end is if you're the only player remaining. Okay, so that was the pay expenses stage of the game, and then we have income reduction, and that means both green and purple reduce, and then we do goods growth. Okay, and so it's going to be 1. This is on the white, so 1 there, 3. There's no A tile out, and there's no 3s remaining. We've got the 5 up here, and then 6 here, goes there, and then we also have 6 from the D, and we've got that there. Okay, and then I've got 1, which is E. I've then got 2 2s, and 2 is over here, and then a 3, 3, and E's out, F's out, G's out, H is out. Okay, fine. So that's it. So actually the goods display is getting fairly low. So that's something that people can then start controlling what cubes are coming out by drawing and putting them in certain cities, which is quite useful. And then we advance the turn marker. And then we're going to issue shares. So purple is not going to take any more shares, and neither is green. But red will take a share. So red will increase his share amount, and then we're going to determine player order. So the previous player order was purple first. Purple is going to bid $1 to say first. Green's going to bid $2 to say first, and red is going to go last. So purple is then going to pass and pay $1. and that then forces green to pay $2. And so these two were going to pay their full amount that they bid anyway, regardless. We then are going to select action, so green gets to select an action, and green would like to so he would like to increase his locomotive level. Okay, so that's what green's going to do. It's then purple, and purple would like to urbanize, and then red would like to maybe move first. Okay, and then we then go on to building. So no one picked first build, so it's going to be the green player who builds first. He's got $5. He's going to, so this tile here is unowned, so anyone using it is going to lose, is not going to get the full amount. So he's actually going to build here and put his own train down, and that's going to be for $2. And then he's got $3 left. He is going to spend $3, and this track is incomplete, so if he completes it by spending $3, he will then take ownership of it. Okay, so he's now got that there as well. Okay, and so then it's going to be purple who gets to urbanize. So he will pick this tile, and then build with $5, build on this river here, and finish his track over here. Okay, so that's going to be purple there. And then it's going to be the red player. He's going to build a he's going to build around here, like that, for $4. Okay, and then we move on to move goods, and then it's the red player who goes first. He's going to move this yellow cube 1, 2, and earn $2 on the income track, and then it's going to be green who will go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, all on his own track. Goes to 18, and then it's going to be the purple player who's going to 1, 2, 1, 2. He's going to take this black here and go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the red player again.
He would like to then go 1 there. And so he gets $1 more there, and then the green player will go, and he'll get another 4 from this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and now he's in the green zone, and the purple is going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he can't quite do that one. And so what he will do
is go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you can't do that 5. So what he will do is increase his locomotive to 5. And then, so that's everybody. We then collect income and pay expenses. So green earns 22 and owes 10, so it earns $12. Okay, that was for green. And then purple earns 19 minus 12, so that's going to be $7. That's for purple. And then red owes 10 and earns 3, so earns 13, so net value of 3. And then the income reduction, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the green went down 4 because he was in green, the green section, and everyone else went down by 2. And then we do goods growth. And so there's really not very many goods growth left, so we could start taking the goods growth action. Okay, so it's 2 3s, there's nothing to give. And then a 4 there. And the 6s, there's nothing to give here, but there is a D. So D will get it. 4 is a B, which is still there. And 3 is an A, which is still there. Okay, then we go on to the black city. And then it's 2 4s, 2 4s, and 2 5s, and there's only 1 5, and then H's will get 1, so H will get one of those. Excellent. So that was goods growth. We then do advanced term marker, so there's 3 rounds left, and then we go on to issuing shares. So the red player will issue a share, and this is where things start to get a bit painful because he's behind and he's kind of cash poor. But the other guys are actually earning kind of fairly decent money now, and so actually then he's going to be constantly behind the game now. So it's very difficult for him to catch up. So then the green player will say $2. The purple player will pass, as will the red player, so then the green player will then place $2. Okay. We then select actions, and the green player will. So the green player is just going to take locomotive, which increases locomotive. The red player will take. He's got a bit more cash now, so he's going to take the engineer. So he can try and increase his route and his connectivity. And then the purple player will move first. Actually, no, the purple player will take production. Woohoo! So what I'm going to do is put the production bag over the dice, so I don't forget to pull out the cubes, because it's really easy to forget. So then we move on to the building phase. Build track, so it's going to be the green player. So the green player has got quite a few kind of short levels, but nothing really that really kind of gets him the high money now. So I suppose what he's going to do is just try and pick up all the different ways he can do it. So he's going to spend $7 and it's going to be 1, 2, and then 3 this way, and then we put a little indicator on that, and then the green player owns both sides. Okay. So that's the green player. Then it's going to be the red player who can build 4 track. So So he's actually not going to build 4 track, he's going to build 3 track. So this is a bit of a miscalculation, but he's going to build 3 track, and it's 3, and the reason it's 3 is 3 on river. Okay, and then he's going to build and try and bypass this here. Okay. And then it's the purple player who can build track. And so he's just going to build some track just to make a few points. So it's just going to be here and here. Okay, that's just going to be for $4. And you're going to place a little token, so that gives him 2 points. It's turning some money into points. Really, because if he doesn't do that, he's going to lose the opportunity at some point. So we've built track, and then we can move goods. So no one took first move, so it's going to be the green player to go first. And the green player's got an engine level of 5, and he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's going to take this purple token, this purple cube. Okay, and that's going to take him to 22. Okay. I just moved the purple player, that was the green, so it's actually going to be 23. And then it's the red player who's going to increase his engine level, and then the purple player is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move this blue cube for 5, and then the green player. So he's going to take the black cube, run it down the red. So red gets 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And so he takes, so he gives the red 1 and he gets 4. Oh, sorry, 3. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't do that move because I've only got an engine level of 5. So he will move it 1, 2, 3, 4. So he gets 3 levels. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And then it's going to be the red player, and the red player will go 1, 2, 3. And then finally the purple player, and he will take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one of them goes to the red and 4 comes to the player. So now the purple and the green are neck and neck. So we move goods, then we collect income and pay expenses. So green and purple are both on 26, and purple owes 12 and green owes 11. So purple owes 12, and so it's going to be 14 goes to purple. Okay, and then green owes 1 less, so green earns $15. Okay, and then red earns 12 and so earns 16 and owes 12, so he makes $4. And then we do income reduction. So these, the purple and the green go down by 4, so go down to 22, and the red player goes down to 14. We then have the goods growth, and remember the purple player took production, so he draws 2 random cubes from the bag, 2 yellow, and now he wants to be placing these on in a place that will be really far away from yellow for him. So 1, 2, 3. So we could put them on black 4. So 3 seems to be the furthest he's got built up away. So he's going to put them on 4. Both on 4. Okay. And now we roll. So we roll for the white first. So nothing on 1. I would take 3 on 2. Nothing. So nothing comes out. And then it's black. And then we've got 1. Nothing. 2. There's no. Oh, F is out. Okay. So F gets that one. And then 2 5s. So nothing. Okay. So, unfortunate. So we advance turn marker. So we've got 2 turns left. Obviously not going to issue shares because we're all fairly cash happy now. Obviously the red's still slightly behind, but he's got a few little bits and bobs he can do to get income. So he's not going to risk it. Determining player order. So the green player will bid 3 and the purple player will bid 5, so then the red player will pass and go out. Then the purple player will bid 5 and the green player will say sure, so the green player pays 3 and the purple player pays 5. Okay, and so the purple player gets to go first and he chooses his action, and he will engineer. No, sorry, he will locomotive. Then the green player will do engineering, and then the red player would like to make sure he's got first move. Okay. And then the purple player will go, so we're going to build track. Okay. So purple owns this, and he's going to pay 6. And then it's going to be green, and green he can lay 4 track. And then the green player will start this here. So that's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I need to label both sides of this track, here and here, and then so that's going to be, that's the built track. Oh, sorry, no. Then the red player gets to go. The red player will. So the red player is going to do a little bit of king making and mess this guy up here and then here. That's going to be for $5. And that might be pretty effective in win the game, but hey, what are you going to do? And then we go to moving goods, and then the red player has chosen first move. So he's going to take this red 1, 2. Get $2. Not sure you can see anything bigger than that. And then it's the purple guy, and so he's going to take this, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that will give him 4 and red 1. Okay, and then it's going to be the green player, and then I'm going to take this and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's going to increase him by 1 and me by, oh, let's do that first, sorry. So you're going to take the locomotive first, sorry, and then it will be the red player who will, he will take this red and do 2 moves there. And then the purple will go, and the purple will take. So the best thing, I think the best he can do is get a 3. 1, 2, 3. Because he could get a 3 in a different way, but he's helping somebody else, so he's not going to want to do that. So he goes to 29. And then the green player will go. So the green player will do this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I could have done last turn. Anyway, thought I needed 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anyway, I could have done last turn. I didn't need that. So that's going to be 4 to the green player. And this is quite a mean move actually, because I'm forcing the income onto the red player, who's then going to be going into income reduction. So he will get $1 more this turn, but he'll actually lose 3 points. Well, actually 4 points. Just for being moved forward 1, so netting 3 points is what I mean. So everyone's moved goods, and then we collect income. So the purple player is 29 minus 13, so 16 is the purple. Then the red player, the green player will be 26 minus 12, so it's 14. Okay. And then the red player he earns 21 and owes 12, and so will be $9. Okay. And then we do income reduction. So these guys go down by 4. Actually, everyone goes down by 4. 4. Okay. So then we do goods growth, so no more cubes, and then we've got 2 1s, a 2, and a 5. C is still there, 2 doesn't count. We then do black kitties, and we've got 2 4s, perfect. So that's good for the purple player, which is probably bad for everyone else. 5 doesn't do anything. 4s don't do anything. 3s, there's no G out, so that's fine. Okay, so that was the last goods growth. We then advance the turn marker. So this is the final round, and no one's going to take shares. Determining player order. I think it's it's fairly moot. I think because the people who've got money are going to be able to afford to do the track laying and the bidding, and so the person who can't would then pass anyway. So that's the red player. So I'm just going to leave the turn order as it is, and then move on to the select actions phase, and so purple's going to choose engineering, green will choose first move, and red will choose to upgrade the locomotive. Okay. We then move on to build. So the engineer, so the green player, the purple player will get to build a gets put up to 4 track. So he's going to redirect this and this. So that's going to be for $5. I'm sorry, he needs to respect the original track, so he needs to keep the original track because technically red still owns that track there, but now it's just got an extra one on, and so this is going to cost $5. That's going to be purple paying $5. That's 2, and then you've got 2 more if you would like it. Then we move on to the green. The green would like to build. Would the green like to build? Yes, he would. And he's going to spend $8. And he's going to go. No, he's going to spend $7. $7. He gets $1 back because he already paid the dollars. And then it's the red player who's got 9. And so the red player would like to continue this track. 1, 2, and then upgrade this guy to this, and so that's going to be 7 in total. So that's there. So that completes that there. And then we will move goods. Green has got first move. Okay, so he's gonna. So the green player has got a 6. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's going to give himself 5 and the red player 1. Okay. So 27 and the red player gets 1. It's then going to be the purple player, and the purple player will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So could he go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can see his purple one there, and that means he pays the red guy $1 and he gives himself 5. So that's going to be up to 30. Okay, and that was a purple player. Now we go the red player, who will 6. So the red player is going to move himself up 1. Then the green player will get a second run, and he's going to do the same red again. So he's going to move the red player up by 1 and him up by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. and then the purple player will, I need to take this purple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so he gets 5, and the red player gets 1, and then it's the red player, and the red player is going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so he's going to take it from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so each of these get 1, and he gets 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so not ideal that he has to help his friends out. But that is the second goods growth. I think I might have done 3. I've kind of lost track actually. That would have been the third. Maybe, I can't remember. Anyway, at least if I did 3, I did everyone that's 3. And then it's going to be final scoring. So we would obviously do income, and so the only other thing that happens after this is now we do the income reduction one last time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We then pay for the shares that we've taken out. So 8. So 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 and 6. Okay, and then we triple these scores. So it's going to be 69, so 50, 69, and then 63, so 63, and then 39, so 39's there. So it's quite a big spread, and as you can see, the gaps get obviously a third bigger. 3 times as big, and then we total points. So if we do the purple player first, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 points. 34. So it's not 34, it's 50 plus 34, so it's 84. So I'll put a little 50 marker here. So I'll maybe double it up like that. And then we'll do the green player. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So 26, so it goes to 39. So he's actually overtaken the purple player. Okay. And then the red player is probably not going to catch up, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so he's going to go from 39 to 59. So those were the final scores. We had 89, 84 and 59. Okay. And that was a full game of Age of Steam. I think probably the only really ruled mistake I made was I probably did 3 rounds of moving goods in the last phase because I'm fairly tired. Alright, there you go. That is Age of Steam. Thanks very much, guys. If you like it, comment and subscribe, that would be fantastic. I'm just growing at the moment, still working things out. Give me feedback, I really appreciate it. And I'm hopefully improving every video. So thank you very much. Good night. So he's going to take this purple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so he gets 5. And the red player gets 1. And then it's the red player. And the red player is going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's going to take it from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So each of these get 1, and he gets 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so not ideal that he has to help his friends out. But that is the second goods growth, I think. I might have done 3. I've kind of lost track actually. That would have been the 3rd. Maybe? I can't remember. Anyway, at least if I did 3, I did everyone that's 3. And then it's going to be final scoring. So we would obviously do income, and so the only other thing that happens after this is now we do the income reduction one last time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We then pay for the shares that we've taken out. So 8. So 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 and 6. Okay. And then we triple these scores. So it's going to be 69. So 50, 69, and then 63. So 63, and then 39. So 39's there. So it's quite a big spread, and as you can see, the gaps get obviously a third bigger, so 3 times as big. And then we tot up points. So if we do the purple player first, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 points. 34. So it's not 34, it's 50 plus 34, so it's 84. So I'll put a little 50 marker here, so I'll maybe double it up like that. And then we'll do the green player. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So 26, so it goes to 39. So he's actually overtaken the purple player. Okay. And then the red player is probably not going to catch up. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so he's going to go from 39 to 59. So those were the final scores. We had 89, 84 and 59. Okay, and that was a full game of Age of Steam. I think probably the only really ruled mistake I made was I probably did 3 rounds of moving goods in the last phase because I'm fairly tired. Alright, there you go. That is Age of Steam. Thanks very much, guys. If you like it, comment and subscribe, that would be fantastic. I'm just growing at the moment, still working things out. Give me feedback, I really appreciate it, and I'm hopefully improving every video. So thank you very much. Good night.